Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Dubai Real Estate Podcast. This is your host Tahir Majithia, a real estate expert in Dubai. In this episode, we're going to be discussing a question which I'm getting asked very often, that what's going to happen to the prices post Expo 2020. Now, there was a lot of buzz about Expo 2020 happening. It's finally here. And a lot of people are thinking the markets are going to crash, the prices are going to correct, or will the prices go up? So I'm going to be breaking that down for you in this episode. And at the end of this episode, I have a very special announcement to make. So stay tuned till the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. Your likes and comments are really appreciated. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcast, please do give us a 5-star rating and review. This really helps us getting discovered. Spotify listeners, please do follow for more. Now, without wasting any time, let's cue the music.
Good to be back on the podcast, Tahir.
Yes.
Here we are again on the Dubai Real Estate Podcast with a lot going on in this episode because
Absolutely.
We've decided to do a interim episode because you've had a very big question coming in from your overseas investor community.
Yes.
What is that question?
Well, everybody is asking a question, what happens after Expo? Price, everybody feels and thinks that prices are going to correct massively once Expo ends. And so I thought, we need to make one episode talking what happens after Expo.
Okay,
Right.
let's definitely deep dive into that. Before we do, let's just let people know we're coming to the end of 2021.
Yes.
Expo is well underway. I've visited. Have you visited?
Not yet.
Okay, I went there last week. Extremely exciting. A lot of people there. And if you walk around the main areas of Dubai, which is downtown, Marina, those kind of areas, it's fair to say that Dubai is booming.
It's buzzing, it's booming, it's packed.
And from a real estate point of view, you've
Yes.
never been busier.
Never.
Okay, so
In the last 8 years, no.
okay, so no pun intended. That's kind of like lay of the land where we
Yes.
are today. So what's given cause for this question? Why are investors asking you this
In
question?
the last 18 months, we've seen prices rise across a lot of communities in Dubai. Transactions going up. We've seen some record-breaking sales happening. A lot of movement. Developers getting sold out on new launches in matter of hours, not even days or weeks. In a matter of few hours, properties getting snapped up. In new launches.
And developers are hiring arenas to launch properties now.
Exactly, because obviously that's also for social distancing and
Yeah.
things. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. People are, for new launches, some developers have made it like a token system where you need to register, you get a token, and based on your token number, you're being called to select a property. And the chances that some people have not got, I mean, they have a token number, but the number didn't come and the property got sold out.
So the general fear is that maybe we're in a bubble.
Yes, so one is the fear that we are in a bubble. A lot of people are thinking, this is, again, a hype. Dubai goes through cycles. Prices are going to come back and thing. So this is something which people need to understand, and where a lot of people are thinking everything is happening because of the Expo. Now, this is where people are getting it wrong.
Got it.
Dubai is not just about Expo. Expo is not the economy of Dubai, right? Dubai was running even before the Expo, okay, and it's going to continue running even after the Expo. What people really need to understand that yes, Expo is definitely helping, right? Expo is like adding fuel to the fire, but it's not the fire itself. People are not, they don't realize the fact that the market started going up from Q3 of 2020. Okay. We've also done an episode on, one of our first episodes was the massive growth in Dubai real estate. Now, Q3 2020, we're sitting in Q4 2021. So it's a good 18 month where we're seeing a constant price rise. Well, Expo was supposed to start in Q3 of 2020 and it got delayed. But that didn't stop the real estate market going up. So what people are considering that the market is going up today because of the Expo, it's not just because of the Expo, right? The real reason why this market has gone up and we're seeing so much transaction is, first is the way Dubai handled the whole pandemic situation. That is a big factor, because that has given a lot of confidence to people across the world, where big economies of the world failed in, keeping things open, whereas Dubai did it really well. They handled it beautifully, with the least amount of inconvenience to the residents and people living over here. So that is something which is actually attracting a lot of people to this place. Secondly, there have been a lot of rules and regulations which have changed in the past few years, especially with 100% ownership of a Dubai company. You don't need a local, sorry, so you don't need a local anymore to open a business. Long-term visas, 5-year, 10-year, investor visas. All these things put together are attracting people to Dubai. The people who are coming over here today are coming with a long-term vision, because they've now realized that Dubai is a place which is rock solid. Even when the biggest of the biggest economies in the world and countries with the best known as superpowers had to shut down and be in a lockdown for not just weeks but months, Dubai and the UAE was in a lockdown for barely 5 weeks, a complete lockdown. And then they started opening gradually, and they've stayed open. There have been so many other countries which opened, shut, things changing every, few weeks. But that didn't happen in Dubai. They managed to keep everything open, of course, with all restrictions, precautions, safety, security, but they handled the situation really well. So that obviously helped. And people are looking at Dubai as a long-term place. Now, people are thinking that once Expo gets done, all these people are going to go away. Well, that's not the fact. People right now who are coming just for the Expo, there are a lot of people who are coming for the first time. When they come and see this place, they realize, oh my God, this place is beautiful. It's a great place to be. And that will attract even more people to come later on. Also, one more thing which people are missing out on is the reason for this price rise is that the properties had gone to a value which was a no-brainer. Whether Expo happened, didn't happen, whatever happened, those prices were no-brainer prices. Okay, they were really, I would say some communities were undervalued. And that's the reason we're seeing these prices.
So word got around to the global investor community that there are deals to be had in Dubai. Now's a good time to go over there and buy.
And even after, when the prices, what is happening is people are only comparing to the lowest point. Nobody is seeing an average. Okay, everybody wants to just see, 2 years back this property was priced at an X amount and today it's 2X, right? But they don't see that property originally you had sold at 1.5X. So it had dropped down from 1.5X. So if you see the appreciation on the original sale price, it's not as much as it looks from the lowest point, So you need to, compare it in a nice manner. Secondly, people are missing out a point that even at this price, when you compare it with global cities around the world, Dubai is still at a fair value. You go and try buying a property in London or New York or Miami or other cities in Europe, you see the price per square foot as compared to the kind of safety, security, lifestyle what you get in Dubai, it's much more affordable. Still, even as compared to India. If you talk about properties in Mumbai, from where I am, you go and see the price per square foot on the properties over there, and then you see what you're getting as compared to what you're getting in Dubai. It's still affordable.
So if there's two things that you wanted an investor to understand right now is, one, widen the window of when you're assessing the average price.
Exactly.
If you look at the last 2 years, you do see an upward spike in prices. But if you look at a 5 or 7 year window, it's much more stable.
Exactly.
And secondly, what you're saying is that Expo is just one of many reasons that people are coming here.
Yes.
And if you remove Expo, i.e. Expo finishes in March 2022, it's not big enough that it will actually affect the prices, because you've got to price in the appeal of properties in Dubai, which includes better visas, better business setup, enhanced safety, and then the reputational spike that Dubai's had from handling the coronavirus better than most other countries. Because
exactly.
I think we can all say that the results are in, Dubai did better than 98% 8% of the world.
Absolutely.
So there's no way of disputing that.
Exactly. So that's the reason. That is one of the main reasons people are coming over here. People are coming with a long-term vision. People are coming, moving their businesses here. They're moving families over here, and these people have nothing to do with the expo. These people are coming here for a different reason. So that is what people need to, understand. Yes, okay. Every market goes through a cycle. There could be a cycle where the prices probably stabilize, they stop growing for a certain time, or they grow slowly, or there could be some areas where we might see some correction. That is a part and parcel of any market. That I'm not saying that cannot happen or that will not happen. No, that will happen. But if you consider in your mind, now March 2022 Expo gets over, April I'm going to get a steel deal, then you're absolutely wrong. That's not how markets work, right? So you need to, okay, yes, what you need to be cautious about is today, every new property which is coming into the market, especially when you're buying off plan, you need to assess properly. All the way you assess an investment or a property transaction, you need to assess properly what's the price per square foot, size, location, all those factors. Obviously, you need to take a call. But if you ask me that, is there going to be like a massive correction coming very soon? Doesn't seem like, in my opinion.
Okay, so then here's the opposite end of that questioning. We're talking about a very real case for prices not going down. What could cause prices to go even higher in Q2 2022 post-Expo?
Look, one is supply and demand. As of now, what is happening is when we talk about certain categories, especially the super prime locations and the real high-end luxury segment, there's still very few properties available on the market. Now, that can obviously push the prices up because there are 10 buyers and probably 2 properties. Okay, so that is one factor. Also, same thing with any properties by the beach, anything near the water. We're seeing a huge demand. Everybody wants to buy or rent over there. So that is also pushing the prices up. So this is the only factor which will push the prices up is the supply and demand.
See, also anecdotally as well, I've seen a lot more wealthy people and celebrities coming to Dubai. Absolutely. I mean, it's not as if they never used to come before, but they seem to be coming a lot more. And whether it's, and obviously this is not official news, or nor is it rumors or hearsay. Yeah. These are just things that you hear around Dubai. But you can name the biggest celebrities that have come here. They're easy to find on YouTube and Instagram. And when people say, "Oh, this lady's in town," or "This guy's in town," the next sentence I hear is, "They just bought a property." And it doesn't matter where it's the biggest Hollywood or Bollywood stars, and you know True. Who those guys and girls are. So it seems to me like there's a lot more wealth coming here. There's a lot more new wealth, crypto wealth.
Absolutely, Raj. The thing is, there is a lot of wealth coming into, a lot of wealthy people moving to Dubai. And there was recently an article also where, there was statistics, I don't remember by which financial organization, but which shared that there are a lot of wealthy people from across the world moving to Dubai for various reasons: safety, security, lifestyle, ease of doing business. You could, today, if you want to open a business over here, it takes a matter of few hours and you could have a business license. So these are the factors which are driving people to come over here. And I feel this, okay, there could be a possibility that, the pace at which the market grew in the last 18 months, I don't see the same pace continuing, okay? But it will continue to grow or it will stabilize. I don't see a crash coming in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, some communities might correct by a few, maybe 10% or so. That's normal.
What about in terms of diversity of where investors are putting their money? And I think this is a good segue for an announcement you want to make about some new podcasts coming to this channel. So you've seen that there's also been people that have seen that there's supply and demand issues, yes, and have now gone back to really your sweet spot as a professional in real estate, which is building their own properties and buying Absolutely. Land. So tell us about that, and then go ahead and give us the announcement that you want to give us about the next few episodes.
A lot of land deals have happened in the past year and a half. A lot of people have realized that there's a lot more value in actually buying land and developing your own property rather than just buying off a developer. So that is something which is happening a lot now. And that is where even there's a very huge demand for custom built homes. and you can actually say that that particular segment is undersupplied in Dubai. So yes, we're going to be coming up with season 2 of the Dubai Real Estate Podcast, dedicated to all things of buying land and developing your own property.
Okay, well that feed will be up on this channel very soon.
Yes.
Pretty exciting stuff. Thanks for breaking all those elements down. And when can we expect season 2?
Very soon, very soon. I'll be putting it out on all my social media handles, so please do follow me on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously I'll be putting it up on YouTube as well, and I'll keep everyone posted.
Amazing. Thanks, Tahir.
Thanks a lot, Raj.